The early Vedic civilization. Revision. The Aryans came in our India between 1500 BCE and 1000 BCE. Aryans were nomadic people who lived in Central Asia. Those who migrated to India came to be known as the Indo-Aryans. They first settled in the Sapta Sindhu region, the region of 7 rivers. They named it Brahmavarta, which means the land of gods. The period between 1500 BCE and 1000 BCE, during which they lived here, is known as the early Vedic period or early Vedic civilization. The Aryans gradually moved ahead and settled in Gangetic Valley. The entire region under their control was renamed Aryavarta, which we will study in next chapter. Now you can see here the Sapta Sindhu area, Sapta Sindhu region, and this side Aryavarta. Now first of all you have to understand about the Vedic literature. Vedic literature, our chief or main source of information about the early Aryans, is their religious literature known as the Vedas. What are Vedas? Veda is a Sanskrit word that means knowledge or wisdom. Veda is book. Veda is collection of teachings, hymns, rituals and poems. It's also called Vedic period. When Veda was started and Veda was popular at that time, Vedic period was also called. There are 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, Atharva Veda, Sam Veda, Yajur Veda. These all Vedas were first composed orally, handed down from generation to generation many years. And after several years passed, many years passed, Rig Veda was written in early Vedic period. Okay, only one Veda was written in the early Vedic period. Aryans' other important religious books are the Brahmanas, the Upanishads, the Puranas, the epics. And after that, let us see about the social life, family life of the Aryans. Aryans lived in villages. Each village was composed of a number of joint families. The head of the family was Grihapati. Position of women. Women enjoyed an important position in society. Monogamy was the usual practice. They were given opportunities for education. Women scholars are believed to have composed some of the Rigvedic hymns. Women could choose their husbands in a ceremony called Swayamvara. There was no child marriage and widows were allowed to remarry. Food. The Aryans ate simple and nutritious food: wheat, barley, maize, fruits and vegetables. They also used soma and sura, the drinks. like Soma and Sura. Meat was eaten occasionally. Recreation. The Aryans were fond of outdoor activities. They enjoyed chariot racing and hunting. They also played dice and board games. Dress. The dress of Aryans consisted of two garments, the lower garment and the upper garment. Religion. The Aryans believed in one supreme power, the creator of the universe. They worshipped the different forces of nature as gods and goddesses. Indra, the god of rain and thunder, was the most important god, and other gods were Agni, Surya, Varuna, Vayu, Soma, Prithvi, Usha, Yama, and others. The early Vedic people did not believe temples or idols. They worshipped gods in open air by chanting hymns and making offerings. The yagnas were performed by the Brahmanas. The entire family took part in yagnas and other religious ceremonies. Class system. Class system was divided into four parts, four classes: Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaisyas, Shudras. And after that, let us see about the economic life. Aryans were nomadic people who often moved from place to place. Later, they began to lead a settled life. The cow was considered very valuable and was a mark of wealth. The early Vedic people seem to have known about agriculture. The plow which was possibly made of wood. And Rig Veda also mentions different artisans and craft people, including chariot makers, weavers, leather workers, and potters. Metal workers produced weapons and other objects of copper and bronze. The villages were self-sufficient during this period. Okay, read the chapter. Thank you, students.